everything's okay. I'm just trying to act my age. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. I wanna look and feel years younger, baby. I wanna look and feel years.
Alright, I'm started, bro. Get that dildo on.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Dildos!
Quite possibly our creepiest dildo yet. So we're starting off the show to talk about how we're going to change the show. Basically, instead of
To be honest, we gotta admit, it's been complete shit for the last...
Hey, there's been
80
some
episodes.
good ones, and there's been some bad ones, but I feel like we got to start putting more effort into the show. That's basically right, I think. Better editing, better just topics, and actually trying to get a more structure to this show.
Actually trying. That is
Yeah.
the theme
Actually
of improving our show. Actually
Before
trying.
it was, let's just get drunk and randomly talk.
Which has,
It's still gonna
has
have
gone
that.
fairly far.
It's still-
It hasn't been that bad.
It's still going to have that.
And yeah, we're still keeping the drinking, obviously. We're not dumping drinking like crazy.
The problem with that is you have to stretch.
We might even ramp up the drinking now that we have a structure and we feel like that can take the burden of like the logistics off of it. I feel like
That's
we can
true.
be more drunk.
And by structure, it's not going to be like super structured, but we're going to have segments that we, continuous segments. We're going to have, a topic we try and stay on for a little bit and then move to other segments. So we're not trying to stretch an hour or something on one segment.
It may actually seems to make sense.
And like I said, we're going to have multiple recurring episodes. Like right now we're doing, some role-playing games where today our segment that we're going to continue is, Nick, if you want to, since this one was your idea, I believe, let's go with what we're going to do.
We are going to create troll accounts and begin to troll the internet.
Now, are we going to specifically troll Reddit or YouTube?
I feel like it's going to start at Reddit and we'll span out from
Okay.
there. So what do you think our Reddit account should be?
Yeah, see, so we need a troll identity.
So
like
it should start with
10M.
DHE.
Yeah, we should have DHE in there.
DHE on about show number 1.
Oh, should it be like Discourse
No,
in the
we can be
name?
so obvious.
Ooh, let's think of like a troll name, like a famous ancient lore troll. So if people dig into it,
Is there
they'll...
such a thing? Are there real trolls? Like, are famous?
Well, of course, there's
Trolls.
going to be names of like trolls from children's books and like
Do they have
Norwegian
names?
countries and stuff.
Nah.
Famous
If you can find me a
fantasy
good
trolls.
troll name.
Well, like, remember the troll that lived under the bridge? He could have had a name. I don't remember the
You sure
book.
he had a name?
I don't know. But see, look, fictional trolls, Wikipedia. I'm sure there's troll names. Ernest, scared, stupid troll.
Okay, let's just go with that. DHE, Ernest, Scared, Stupid.
Ernest, just Ernest. DH Ernest.
DHE, Ernest, _ Ernest.
No, DH Ernest. The E is Ernest.
Wait, we need a email. What's a Discourse email?
Zach at discourseofhumanevents.com. In case anybody you want to...
So DHE _ Ernest?
I was thinking just DH Ernest.
Why
you
DH?
think?
Discourse Human?
I
What
guess.
does that mean?
Discourse of Human Ernest.
Okay, and then what's our password? Well, let's not share that. I'll make up a password.
Well, I can
We're not
edit it
that
out.
dumb. We're dumb, but we're not that dumb. If I had
Type it
drank
in
a
the
little
chat.
bit more, we would have just talked about
Type it in the chat. Wait, that should actually be our troll name. Why aren't we using that as our troll name?
That's not a bad idea. But
I like that way better.
Is it?
God damn it. Okay, we're Joe Larry. In case you were wondering, that was our password.
Joe Larry's not taken. Fully just Joe Larry. That's so
Well,
awesome.
what other retard would come up with that? By the
Somebody
way,
actually
to
named
let
Joe
you in
Larry?
on the joke. When we first got the internet, Zach and I, so I was maybe 13.
Very smart.
Maybe, yeah. And we were signing up for stuff.
Which means I was like 11.
Yeah. And we put first name, Joe, and last name, Larry. And then from then on out, the rest of everything we did online, the guy's name was Joe Larry. I don't know
Like,
why.
literally?
I don't even know why it's funny,
that.
really.
Do you still use that? Because I do.
No, I don't actually. I don't know
I
at
totally
what
use
point
that.
I grew up and thought, that's actually stupid.
That's the funny part.
You actually realize that.
Do you know how when you download like a InDesign or Adobe product, like you download it illegally, you need to put names in it and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
All my products come up as Joe Larry, like right there. Oh, I love it. I'm so glad we thought of Joe Larry as the name.
What Zach? What are some not so frequently visited subreddits that you go to?
Let's see.
I'm gonna go to DIY.
DIY is a good one.
Okay, I made a kid's play table. Let's see what we can post on that. That's
So we got a
frequent.
woodworking. Somebody made a.
Yeah,
table.
we can take a look at it. Okay, it's the kid's table.
Oh my gosh! The first comment shouldn't it have rounded edges. Like Jesus Christ.
No, that's not trolling.
No, I'm just saying that's very nitpicky on somebody's. Like he doesn't know how old the
Oh.
children are.
Oh, do you want to do that kind of troll?
What kind of troll?
Like,
We do need a troll personality. Are we?
no, I want to just be all over the place. Like, we could say the kid is probably gonna ram his head in those edges and kill himself. I don't know.
Just,
Way to not round corners, idiot! Is that what we're putting?
is that what we're putting? For some reason, my response wanted to be, "Yeah, I'd fuck it."
Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, I'd
It's so
fuck it.
retarded. To be clear, guys, it's just a picture of a table with like little children activities on
I wonder how good the admins are. We're gonna have to check back at the end of the episode. I want to see our replies if it goes that fast.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, we're going. Yeah, I'd fuck it.
So,
That could be actually our comment for almost everything. No matter what the thing is, we're gonna post. Yeah, I'd
that's,
fuck it.
we got a theme. Like some of them would be like, probably wouldn't fuck it. You gotta upvote it. Upvote it.
Oh,
Come on.
I'm gonna upvote.
Don't be
All
a
right.
hater.
What's another Reddit after our
Let
table
me-
fucking?
Let me pull up my red.
Our politics.
Nah, that's too. Popular.
That's
Too many
already
people.
trolled.
Yeah, there's just way too many people. No one will even read our comment.
Yeah, that's so trolled by the world. Our Bitcoin.
Okay, we'll go to that.
Okay.
Bitcoin. Here's one with 7 comments. We'll get noticed there. The IRS violates
Okay.
the Tax Bill of Rights with Coinbase order. So we're not going to read any of this. This article got
No, absolutely. Do we need to? Like, are we going to be that
maybe
clever
we'll
with
respond
Joe
to
Larry?
other people's. Well, it's a useless government agency. Are we all shocked? Let's respond to this
Are we really
one.
shocked?
What should we say to these guys?
Okay.
Yeah,
what happened
yeah,
with this-
fuck it.
What happened with the story?
The IRS violates the Tax Bill of Rights with Coinbase order. Oh, I know what this is about. So they're actually going to request that Coinbase disclose all users that are U.S. citizens that have over $20,000 worth of Bitcoin, is what this is about.
Well, that just means most people are going to keep only under 20,000 if they even do that.
You don't need to know that. The fact is, you do not need to know the stories to comment, Zach. That's
true.
how
That's
much
true.
of a troll I want to be.
Okay. Well,
Let's
it's a
talk
useless
about
government
this useless
agent.
government agency.
Are we really shocked? Chloe, you got anything? I don't like. We're not getting any news from this comment. Next comment.
No. I want to keep with this. This is a nice, easy one.
Wait. The comment above it. I assume that the IRS will Oh, you started going. I assume the IRS will rinse and repeat this process with Gemini, Bitrix, etc. I want to comment about a sync on there.
Okay, I know how to troll. Okay.
What?
We're going to go to Amazon.com and we're going to look up a sync sink repair stuff. Then we're gonna put this link in here.
I told you, we just didn't have enough of a muse there.
Yes. And rinse and repeat today in this top of the line sink. Exclusively at Amazon.
Oh, it's perfect. See, I told you we needed a better muse comment.
You're right. We needed to move on.
Oh, that's good shit. No, you gotta put at Amazon.com. As if people don't know what you mean with Amazon.
Oh, what?
What?
Doing that... Oh, because you still have one up.
Because we're a new account in 5 minutes.
They're cockblocking our trolling?
Yeah, I knew they did this. I think once you get more, like, you can comment a lot more, but since we're completely new, they're going to constantly block us.
How about upvote the comment?
Or
The comment you're doing.
We'll come back in 5 minutes. Let's continue on.
No.
Okay.
This is important.
Okay.
The troll needs to make, because you brought it to Amazon, he needs to review Amazon products as well.
That's a good one. Okay, let's create an Amazon account. Where do I review this? Write a custom review. Your reviews must make a minimum amount of valid debit or credit card purchases.
Oh, they got us.
Son of a bitch. I was going to talk about how it didn't hold enough of my shit. Like, we tried to take a shit into it.
I wonder if you have to make enough purchases on that specific item, too.
3 minutes
That's
and we
good.
can post another comment.
Okay.
Let's get our next comment prepared. So, like, I don't actually have to post them right now.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's do that.
All right. Our Columbus would be a good one.
Our Columbus?
Yeah, it's local. I feel like we should... No, I don't want to drop DHE.com on here.
You want to drop it?
I said I don't want to, because then it would...
No.
Did you see the top one? It's funny. Worse than the Burger King on 5th Avenue. Save net neutrality. Where can I get duck for Christmas?
Important question here.
What is this guy doing? I'm so confused.
Buying a duck, damn it.
This guy almost seems like a troll myself. He's buying a duck for Christmas and knows this much about ducks.
He's into ducks. This guy does.
I'm upset about this as being a post. Let's move on. Different.
I wanted to duck the question and talk about something else.
Let's talk about butterflies.
Yeah. I am going to duck the question and tell you all about butterflies.
You put better flies.
Whatever. Butterflies. They are lovely
Colorful.
and colorful.
And did you know they go through metamorphosis?
And
Hold on, no.
make a good addition to any what?
Household.
Home items. The day-to-day essentials.
Household screwdriver set.
What?
So that's like Mad Libs, almost. It's basically Mad Libs.
Yes. You are playing Mad Libs with these comments.
Just didn't debug, you know?
This dude's fucking nuts.
Didn't even bother.
Let's get another one up.
Get motivated. 40 ways to stay creative when you're bored.
40 ways to stay creative when you're bored.
I has 52 comments. Maybe not the best one.
No. We'll
Somebody had smoke a blunt.
Have sex. Sounds so easy. Let's reply to that. What motivates me is
Fucking a table.
No.
fucking a table. There we go.
We gotta have some themes going on here.
You know what? Let's try to make this make even more sense. Like, So if you
Like,
fuck
what do
the
you
table,
The table would not complain.
It really gets me hard.
it really gets me hard, just like the table.
You can't point out the pun.
And you don't want the pun just like the table?
Yeah, you can't put. You make the pun. You don't point out the pun.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be fucked up.
I think.
Oh, you know what we
And
need?
you can add to any dish on the table.
Now, I was gonna think, and I can't. I can never wait to put my wood inside the blank, and that blank be an actual like woodworking specific name for a hole, like what the term is for
No.
an 8mm.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying you can add spice to any dish on the table.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And you
I see what you're doing.
add spice to any dish on the table.
You know what I'm coming at.
Yeah, I'll put that.
Joe Larry is exactly the guy I pictured him to be.
Hello.
I'm just gonna put these.
No, yeah, you have those in there. Have those in there. The little carrots, as if you actually misclicked and didn't know how to do it.
You know what?
Oh god, that's good shit.
Let's see if I can actually post the one
Oh,
we
I got
were
it a good
writing
one. Our Hearthstone.
here. There we go. Our Hearthstone?
Did it let you post the table one now? Or the,
Yes.
Not the table one. We posted that. That was the
No,
first
it was
one.
the one about the sink.
Okay.
Tell me a lot of porn stuff here.
Does it actually make it a link automatically, or do you have to put like hypertext?
I have
Markup
no
language.
idea. We'll find out later. I feel like we should develop an unhealthy obsession with sinks with Joe Larry.
I just think already we've developed a personality. He's into tables and sinks. Right now he seems like a carpenter or like a handyman that's gone mad. November reward chest. Are any sinks available? Let's keep it simple.
No, I was gonna try this. It's a fact for solving account-related issues. Is it harder than a Rubik's cube?
What?
Question mark. I hate Rubik's cubes.
You put thank.
Cubes, but they're not as bad as this sink I ordered on Amazon.
Amazon.com.
this one time.
I like how people are going to think this is a robot account if we keep putting links in there, though.
No, I'm not putting a link. I think they'll definitely flag it as spam if we do that.
Okay. Yeah. Click
So
save.
I think we got 5 comments. I think that's a pretty good start to Joe Larry's trolling career.
No, we need at least 10 here.
No. We can't do 10 because it takes too long to wait for us to be allowed to comment again.
Yeah, but let's make 2 more comments.
2 more comments? All right.
2 more. Oh.
Which
Is
one?
there any movie about sinks?
Are you serious? Is there a movie
That's
about
the-
sinks? Was that a real question?
Dude,
Sink,
there might be.
You're retarded.
There might be.
The Sink Man.
There's some retarded movies out
Let's
there.
go to... There's probably are movies. Let's just talk about a sink movie.
There's going to be way too many comments, though, to stick out in the crowd.
Once upon a time, there was a sink
Okay.
that I was attracted to.
Instead of movies, let's go to... Not this.
Just click random subreddit.
No, hold on.
Are you going to porn? Going wild.
Not
Oh,
entirely
God.
porn. I was trying to look for one of the less frequently used ones. I got a plan. I just need one that is definitely, pornish.
Oh.
No.
Not as
Keep
top as
our going
porn.
wild. What do
Okay.
they call the faucet knobs? Like, there's a technical term for the knobs, the hot and colds.
Give me another one other than Gone Wild. Any other porn one. I'm just gonna go to our boobs. I bet that exists.
No, try.
Probably.
Try room
Yeah, look that.
31.
What's
There
that?
you go, our boobs.
34 or something like.
And it has less comments than normal.
That's what I was looking for. Okay, so it's a girl with her tits, and she's in the shower, and then there's a handle.
Perfect. She's in the shower.
Yeah, there's a handle behind her to the shower door. I'm gonna say, oh, that handle is so hot.
That's that.
So hot.
Hold on, wait.
Probably from the steam from the shower.
Hold on.
It,
Okay.
It needs to cool down. Cool down so hard.
Are you ready?
Yeah, what did you want to say?
To end it, I bet your showers or your bathroom sink
Okay.
is sleek and on fleek.
Is sleek? And
Sleek and on fleek.
What is on fleek? Like that?
That's like a new age kid term for awesome and cool.
Never heard of it.
On fleek.
Trust me, just trust me on that. type on fleek into Google.
Okay, on fleek. Smooth, nice, sweet. Okay, I've never heard
Her
of that.
eyebrows are on fleek.
Then, okay, I'm going to say, ooh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim.
This guy is
Yeah.
mentally retarded and
Or
attracted to tables and
Bartender.
sinks.
And he likes Slim Jims. Okay, Chloe says our Tinder.
I've seen
Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
Jam over there.
No, save our Tinder for when we create a fake Tinder profile for him and post
Alright,
it.
fine.
There's probably some good comp.
You
3.5 years ago, we swiped right in each other and started talking instantly. And haven't looked back since.
Okay, well, go down to the comments.
You guys are super cute. Okay, so they're a gay couple, I think.
Oh.
Way to rub it in.
You should never have a sink with two hots.
Nah, that's too obvious. That's weird.
That's just what it is. You guys can go to our trashy.
Our trashy? You want to try trashy?
Oh, I feel like that's just our people. I love the internet troll though.
Here's one with 12 comments. Let's do that. When you're waiting for him to get the towel. Okay.
Jesus Christ. So, it says when you're waiting for him to get a towel and it has a toaster strudel with a girl's head drawn. So it looks like the toaster strudel is like her body. And it has icing all over it like he came all over. See, I told you, this is just more our people. It's almost them trolling themselves.
Let's just talk about toaster strudels. I like toaster strudels. Is that
No.
See?
Don't start with that.
They are way better than Pop-Tarts.
No.
What?
You gotta put a big rant like,
Strudels.
there is never enough icing for the toaster strudels in the pack.
Enough ice.
You always have to use 2 icings per toaster strudel, and that means the last few
How do you
toaster
spell
strudels
strudel?
you're fucked. Strudle, I believe. No E
Like this?
on either.
Yeah, you're right. There's never enough for toaster strudel. Enough icing for all the toaster strudels. Strudels
in the pack.
in the pack. But they are still better than Pop-Tarts. But my favorite breakfast food is...
Semen.
No! Let's just go on a rant about breakfast. Is ham and eggs.
Over the sink.
I like eating over the sink because then all the scraps fall into the sink, which this guy's now autistic. Which are then caught by the, what do you call it? The garbage
Disposal.
Garbage disposal.
Garbage disposal, which makes a really fun noise. Yay!
Type it. No, type it out.
I like that. Yay!
I don't know if it's really a bzzz noise.
I like the garbage disposal.
This guy flip-flops between being freaking retarded, autistic, and just a creep.
Noise.
He's very good with his grammar, apparently.
It is
somewhat.
I like the craziness that we still type it out perfectly fine, but it's crazy as shit. It is one of my top 10 favorite noises. what would be the best noise?
No. We just need to keep that as a theme. Eventually we'll have top 10 noises for
No.
Larry.
Oh, let's go with the number 4.
It was my number.
This is going to be
4.
Probably
Number 4.
number 4. Number 7 is...
No.
I just want a number 7. Let's go with the number 7.
You just want another... Okay. Is the sound...
The sound of...
a table leg
being
being dragged across the floor, but skipping, so it has that noise.
What? Nah, that's not a good one. It's got to be something really weird.
I was keeping with the theme.
Lawnmower.
Of a lawnmower?
No, lawnmower is too obvious.
That's-
People actually like that
lawnmower.
noise, I'm
That's
sure.
just of a Roomba. I like
So
that.
specific.
The sound
No.
of
It has to be more specific than that.
Roomba on a hardwood floor.
Yes, there we go, on a hardwood floor. Perfect.
Wood floor. Let's segue into something else really weird from this.
This is a long-ass comment,
I know. I wanted to just keep going into a weird direction.
Like, this guy just went off the rails.
On a hardwood floor, and then
Speaking of hardwood floors...
Another segue. Hardwood floors are easier to clean than carpet.
Are easier to maintain. But require
carpet.
daily maintenance.
What? Okay. Daily maintenance. What was the
That
meaning of this
sentence actually
comment
makes
again?
no sense. I love it. Save.
I sometimes put icing on mine.
Okay. We gotta make the comments in order because they kind of theme out.
Yeah. Alright, so we're
go
going
back
to
to
try
our
the
first
ducks. Hey, that one went through. So let's move on, and these
Okay.
will all get posted, okay?
So that is the beginning of Joe Larry the Troll segment.
Liquor break.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back, but we're waiting on Chloe.
So now we're going to our newest segment, which is kind of what the podcast used to be solely for the most part, is News of the Week.
What's the big
So,
news this week, Zach?
The big news of the week. Well, actually, you had the big news coming up, which I didn't hear about. But let's talk about the senators that were on Reddit today. Like, the front page was just covered.
Yeah,
with
so
all
I
the
didn't browse
senators.
Reddit at
And it was
all
a-
today, which disappointed
Oh,
me
you
because
did?
I had free time. Did not, because I had free time at work to waste, sir, and it was unspent, unwasted time. I think I was actually productive today. What kind of bullshit is that?
Was it unspent because that front page was covered by all the senators?
Yeah,
or-
exactly. I went there ready to waste my time, and it's just a bunch of bullshit. Like, fuck that. I might go
So
back
people-
to work, I guess. Piece of
People who
shit.
are out of the loop, it was covered with people from all the subreddits of their state or the capital in some cases, like Ohio's was R. Columbus, posting their senator and whether or not they supported or were against net neutrality. Ohio's senator was against it, one of the senators that they posted, Robert Portman, and he was donated $89,000 by Telecom. So people are obviously equating that with he most likely is against it because he's getting money from Telecom, and it's good for them if net neutrality goes away. Which, Nick, you probably know better. Explain net neutrality for them while I bring this up.
basically means whatever website you go to, they're not going to make Google faster because Google pays Comcast more.
What's a good example of something that does work that way as opposed to the way the internet works?
Like cable, obviously. I can't just, like, put on a TV show and, like... Here's the thing, though. They should have just put all this shit in one post. Here are the congressmen, da-da-da-da-da. I'm for net neutrality, but after they fucked up Reddit for this, I think I'm going to vote for the congressmen against net neutrality.
I think it was more impactful. By the way,
I don't care. I just want to...
The amount was... I contacted the senator.
Reddit is too political now. I just want to browse some stupid bullshit and have a couple stories. It is that
most of the time.
No, I want it all the time bullshit. I had too much of it during the election. There's too much of it now.
Well, why don't you just use your multi-page or whatever then? Instead of go to the all.
Do what?
Why don't you just go to your multi-page or something?
Yeah, our all is the multi-page. The front page can be crammed to shit.
No, your multi. Not your multi-page.
I don't have that. I just like our all because I like to be surprised.
Why don't you have
stuff.
multi-pages? I feel like Reddit has increased 1,000-fold since I actually started using multis.
I used to, but then I don't know. I got too much to.
Like I got my hobby multi, I got my I'm really bored multi, and I got my porn multi.
Do you?
Yeah. Then you got your all. Then you're set.
And
you're good for life.
Do you post about women's handles on their bathroom door?
Absolutely.
You know what? I don't understand any of the comments on porn.
I really don't know who takes the effort.
Any porn. Like, why do...
People who just post nice.
Yeah, like nice. Ooh, I love those tits.
Ooh, nice titties. Like, okay.
How do you even take your hand off the penis to go and type that, you know?
Are there actual people that just browse it? Like,
yeah.
They don't jack off, they're just literally browsing porn?
Exactly. It's so the porn starts, hand is on the penis, the other hand is working the mouse.
Yeah,
you're done. No, you're not interested in porn anymore, ever again.
Yeah. It pretty much, all those tabs go away.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that just either doesn't start or continues after finishing?
For the pasta recipe on the Pornhub.
Yeah. This is actually a really good question you just brought up.
For some people, it must be like a hobby, like gardening or something. It's like, I garden, I do woodworking, I browse porn images when I'm not even horny and just post, nice. You know?
Your titties? Wonderful. I do... Sometimes you'll see comments on Gone Wild too, though, that are like, "Your eyes are beautiful," and it's them spread eagle, having their tits. Yep. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, that's gonna be one of our next ones. That's not that, but I bet you bake a pretty good cake.
It's off the chain comments, just about their personality. Period. Things we don't even know. Complimenting their personality. It's kind of like that Guess Who version where you don't ask questions about their facial features, you just play stereotypes. We're just going to stereotype the women and compliment them.
I think this is the crossroads of where our nice guys and our Gone Wild meet.
Yeah? I think you're right.
What were we talking about before we...
We were talking about senators, and we immediately transitioned into porn.
Well, what's more interesting, senators or porn?
A lot of times, senators and porn are a topic.
Actually, it has been pretty mixed up recently.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's about this tax bill? Because I know nothing about this tax bill.
So
is this the Trump releasing a tax bill for next year?
Yeah, so the congressmen are voting on it now, and then yesterday the market actually surged because it seems like it's going to pass.
Would this be effective for 2017 taxes?
No, I think it would be effective for the next year taxes.
Okay.
But your rate would likely get lowered. I mean, fucking taxes are complicated, but generally, less money to the government.
You know what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
We have a segment, guys, or an episode segment where we're actually going to read the fucking bill.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's
maybe
one of
we
our
should actually
ideas.
read the fucking bill and do an episode on that.
Not this time, but that is going to be one of our episodes, is read the fucking bill, because sometimes...
That seems like an important one, though. Having our whole taxes change,
Yeah.
I think we should do an episode on that.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But,
Let's put that in the bank.
yeah, and then the other big one, big change, that at least here in California is going to be really big, is right now you can deduct up to $1 million of your mortgage from your taxes, right? So if you have $1 million mortgage...
That's only in California, though?
No, the entire nation, you can deduct the amount you pay on interest up to $1 million mortgage off of your taxes, right?
Wow.
So when I was in Ohio, I had a $200,000 mortgage, and I deducted whatever interest payment I paid on that, the amount that was interest.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And so they're going to cut that in half to $500,000. So
Okay.
it's basically Trump's way of saying, fuck you, California, for not voting for me. Because most of the
they have
very
expensive
houses are in here,
Yeah.
right? So,
Also New York.
yeah, New York, too. Well, they didn't
New York
vote
is
for him
also
either.
blue, so.
But
Yeah.
honestly, up to $1 million, who is that benefiting besides really rich people?
That's exactly what kind of the argument was, and what I think is probably what makes it slightly easier to pass, because Democrats aren't going to want to come out and say, no, I am very pro-rich people.
Yeah, exactly. Huh, that's cool.
So that's one of the
Yeah.
major things.
So we're definitely going to read that bill. So
All right.
hopefully it's not a long bill.
I'm sure it's long as shit. It hasn't passed yet. They're like making changes to it now.
You know what amazes me is Penn Teller,
Mm-hmm.
or Penn Gillette from Penn and Teller. He always reads bills. Like
Really?
I've listened to episodes where he talked about reading the entire bill. So when people would bring it up in
He'd actually know what it's
conversation,
about.
he could actually talk about it. Yeah.
Huh. Things you can do
Like
when
that.
you're rich and have nothing else to do.
And
You don't
I
have,
think
like, a
he's a
full-time
speed
job.
reader too.
What's
He's
that?
like a super speed reader. He's a speed
one of
reader
those
too, like
people.
super speeder. Yeah. He has so he has some kind of disorder that he didn't know about until he listened to some podcast or something talking about this disorder. And he doesn't, in his mind, he can't picture images. He pictures everything as words.
I've heard of that shit. Like,
What?
yeah, like that you can actually... Some people, when you say, imagine a house, and like most people can close their eyes and you see an image of a house, right? Can you do that?
You can close your eyes and see a house.
Yeah,
Like,
some people just thought that that is a metaphor. Like, they can't actually do that. They thought, like, picturing a house in your mind was just like a metaphor. Like, they can't actually...
they just picture
see.
the word house when you say that.
Exactly.
Like, they see the word
So
house.
they basically have no sort of imagination.
Kinda. But here's
It's
the
not
thing.
no imagination. It's just they don't have a visual imagination.
So mental image is non-existent.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Are they crazy, or are we the ones that are crazy?
Why
Like-
are we crazy?
I was listening to one of the great courses, A Philosophy of Mind. And the guy was talking about this disease. And he was like, okay, now picture in your mind a pirate with his leg on a table bursting with a bunch of jewels, okay?
Uh-huh.
So there's a bunch of jewels falling out of the treasure chest.
Okay.
You said on a table.
No, a treasure chest. His leg is on a
Okay.
treasure chest, and
And
it's bursting out.
It's
with a bunch of
overflowing
jewels.
with jewels and gold and stuff.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
So you're picturing that, right?
Yeah.
What color were the jewels on the left? The lower left one, the most left one. What about the one on the far right? What color was it?
I didn't have a specific
Exactly.
color for the specific spot, but I could picture green and red and gold.
But if you saw that in person, you would be able to answer the question very easily. So it's not really a picture in your mind exactly.
No,
Like,
but it's an overall,
yeah,
like,
it's hard
picture.
to say, but it's not exactly a mental image.
No, hold on. I don't agree with you. So an actual image that your eyes see is vividly depicting the surroundings, right? It's perceived by your eyes, right? And then your mind sort of deciphers and sort of transcoding into a image that you could understand, right? So I think that should be called a mental image. The example that you said about a pirate with his leg on top of a treasure chest with a jewel, bursting out, right? So after you transcode it in your mind, it's exactly as you depict, right? So at that point, it's already blurred in your mind as, it's a treasure chest, and it has lots of jewels.
Yeah.
Right? You lost those details.
No. But let me ask you this:
That's what I pictured it as.
If you were actually seeing it versus picturing it in your head, and I ask you that question, how long does it take you to go, it's red if it's really there, versus, it's red if it's just in your head?
That's different.
No.
Because when you see it, you can query your eyes, and your eyes will go look, and then to give you back the information.
But shouldn't your brain be more quickly queryable? It doesn't have to reference the external world.
No. The brain sort of downsample the image and transcode it into already another thing.
What image? There's no real image.
It's information.
No, see, I think the problem is you're giving specific details we might have not even created. Like,
exactly.
Was there even a jewel on the bottom left? And also, it's like a snapshot. If you look at a picture for 5 seconds and ask me questions, I'm not going to know the answers.
No,
I just
but
get
you
an
might.
overall idea of the image.
You might, though. You might be able to answer what the jewels
I
on the
might,
bottom left
but
are.
if you said what position is the pirate in,
If you said what position is the pirate in, I had an actual position, like his right arm was over his right knee. The point is to ask you questions you definitely wouldn't have filled out. So it's not the same as a picture. It won't have the same amount of detail.
Yes, the reason for that is we human brain use learning, right?
Yeah.
So we don't just saw one picture and then know what it is, right? We saw thousands of pictures. And we gather information and summarize this to be a pirate with his leg on the treasure chest, right? The fact that we identify the chest to be treasure chest is that we assembled lots of images through it. Okay. So it's already blurred at that point.
I disagree completely, because you also only gave us, maybe 5 to 10 seconds to create the image?
But would you agree
if you gave me 2 minutes, I would have everything filled out.
Contain as much information as the real thing when you view it. If you view something for 5 seconds, then close your eyes, versus I give you a perfect description of the scene, like a general description, and then you close your eyes and picture it, will it have the same amount
I think that's a muscle.
No, it won't.
I disagree.
It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
I disagree. I could picture it more detailed if you gave me time, but it would take time.
Well, viewers, write in and let us know, are mental images bullshit or reality?
I think it's a muscle. When you do so when I did headspace meditation, they had like this form where that was supposed to help creativity, and it was like picture an orb in the middle of your body and it slowly glowing outwards and going outwards and going outwards from your house and to the outside and then out into the world and to the universe. And each time I did it, there was more detail in the mental image, and it would grow slower. Like, instead of it just immediately going out to the roof, like it would crawl down my leg and to my toes and to the floor and to my door of my bedroom. Like, each time more detail filled in, because I was already used to the image, so I could fill in more detail. And I think that's the same thing. You give me 5 seconds to picture a pirate, I'm going to get a general idea of a pirate. You give me 2 minutes.
But if I give you 5 seconds to view an image of a real pirate, which one is?
I'm going to have the same amount of detail as I had when I pictured him.
I think 5 seconds of a real pirate is going to be more detailed than 5 seconds of him.
Because I had red and green jewels and I had gold, but it's not like I had them exactly in the bottom left corner.
But if you see a real thing,
it's not even like there was a corner. It's like a 3D image. But it's not like there's a corner either. There was like a 3D image in my mind.
No.
It's like not like I was picturing a 2D image. So to say it was what's in the bottom left corner.
There's actually another interesting fact of light detection.
Mhm.
So if you ask someone that, say, like during the murder scene, what did you do at the time, right?
Mhm.
And then if someone comes with a very accurate description, say like, it's actually, assume that the murder happens around 10, and you say I come home about 9:30, I did this, and 9:45, I did this, and 10:15, I did this. This can be a lie,
complete
right?
bullshit. Because most people are like, I don't know, I came home like 7, 8, maybe 9. Then I smoked a blunt. Or no, wait, maybe I drank that day. No, wait.
People
no.
don't talk about time that
I
way.
pet my cat.
Specifically at 9:45.
Yeah, like if you have like a huge alibi, it's like, that's horseshit. That didn't happen at all.
So that's the thing, right? So like your memory of things that actually happened versus the thing that you imagined.
In that case, imagine is way more precise.
You can create the details in your
But I don't even think they mentally picture it when they create this bullshit. They're just like, I need answers.
Oh, wait, there's one way to test this. Can you give me another mental image and give me more time to picture it?
No, because now you know what I'm doing.
But that means I can picture details then.
No, the whole point of this is that you don't know what I was going to ask you, or that I was going to ask you some specific detail.
No, just try it.
But that means I can fill in details if you give me something
Imagine
completely
a
different.
big green painting. Zach, what color was the painting?
No, that's different. You gotta give general, just like you said, a pirate with his foot on a treasure chest and stuff. Give me a general idea, make me fill in details, and then ask it detail. If I can't picture details, then I won't be able to answer it, right?
Let me try this. So I'm going to ask you several questions, and you give me the detailed depiction.
You're asking Zach.
Yes, and then...
Okay, but you gotta give me time to think of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I need more time to picture.
But you're not allowed to use pencil, paper, whatsoever to
No, I'm not going to
record
cheat.
what you're going to say, okay?
Yeah, that defeats the purpose.
I'll
give
go
honest
back
answers.
and
You
ask
still have
you
titties up, I
things.
just realized.
I know, I decided to bring that up because it's more fun.
Okay.
And then I'll ask you if you still remember the same thing, or if your story is coherent.
And I'll give Nick a prime example of why you can be better at this afterwards. Give me the image I need to picture.
Okay.
Please be titties. Please be these titties.
Chloe's offended by the titties. It wasn't distracting me.
Imagine that you are in a closed environment, say like a classroom.
Okay.
Okay. Now tell me, how many people is in the classroom?
It's just me.
Yeah.
But you haven't given me time
you had to give him a
picture
second
this.
before
So
you ask the question.
the whole point is you got to give me at least a minute to imagine this stuff.
Okay. 1 minute. Start. You can start calm down.
So he's still imagining the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just me in a classroom. That's all you want me to picture?
Yep. 1 minute. Go. Time's up.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see if I did better this time.
How many people are in the classroom?
It's still just me.
So it's just you. Where are you in relation to the classroom?
I am in the... So there's 16 chairs in a 4x4 grid. I'm in the second row, second chair.
What are you wearing?
I'm actually wearing exactly what I'm wearing now. So I have a red shirt, black shorts, and I'm literally in my white socks.
What's on the wall?
Dildos, written in white chalk with an exclamation mark. In big letters, by the way, too. Like about a forearm size.
Where is the pencil sharpener?
I didn't picture a pencil sharpener.
Well, almost every classroom has a pencil sharpener, Zach.
Do they nowadays?
Yeah, I think so. Well, is it a
But I did
college
not picture a
classroom or
pencil
is it an
sharpener.
elementary classroom?
Elementary, because I pictured an elementary
Elementary
school classroom.
classrooms fucking have pencil
Specifically
sharpeners,
from
Zach.
Russell School.
Every single one in Russell Elementary School I know had a pencil sharpener. So it wasn't exactly in Russell Elementary
They did,
School.
but it's not exact. But look, how many more details have I given than normal? Any more questions?
Yes.
I had a couple more details in my head.
Okay. Is where's the clock situated on the wall? Which side?
I know where
I
it'll
didn't
be.
picture a clock.
Really?
But if I did have time, I would have put it above the chalkboard, but I did not picture it.
I was going to say, that's exactly where it was in every elementary school classroom.
But I said, with more time, I would fill in those details, right? That's the whole argument I have. The more time I have, the more details I will fill in.
Nah,
See,
that's
something
the point.
It's something you can't really validate. Like, you can only validate it internally. Like, there's a whole idea of philosophy. Like, they all...
What do you mean I can only validate it internally?
That you can't have a scientific experiment for this. There's a part of philosophy called phenomenology.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you can't prove that I pictured this.
These are answers to questions people have that can't be answered by science. And it's called phenomenology. It's because it's the phenomenons in your head that can answer this. You can't do external experiments. And this is a phenomenological experiment. Like, you can't actually do science on this. It doesn't even make sense.
Remember that memorization game we played?
No.
And how I remembered, like, the most words?
Mm-hmm.
I did it by picturing everything.
No, I think it's...
And I still remember that a guy was playing darts and he threw a dartboard. This is how powerful memorizing by pictures
That's
are.
dumb, because now you have that shit burned in your brain and it doesn't even
I can't help it, though.
matter.
Because I pictured it, it's stuck there.
Now you
A
can
guy's
have pirate
throwing a
sitting on
dart,
chest.
it bounces off the dartboard and hits a ping pong table. Now, I don't remember all of it, but that was the beginning of it. Because I had to remember dart, bounce, and ping pong. But that was like 2 years ago when we played that game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're wasting
And I still
your
remember
memory.
like half of the words.
The thing is, I barely remembered playing that game, and I'm glad that I
and there was a
barely
hat.
remembered.
The guy that was throwing the dartboard had a hat. The hat was the first word.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I'm saying, it's fine though. Like, I feel like your brain can only do so much. So if you
I
drop
agree
the
with
shit that
that.
doesn't matter, oh yeah, really? Because you can remember
But-
everything that has ever happened in history.
no, it's not that.
I think it's a muscle that you can do better at.
That's true too. But like a muscle can
It's
only
still
lift,
going to be limited.
a human muscle can
Yes,
only lift
they have
like
limits.
500 pounds. They can't lift 1 billion
Right? It
Oh,
has
you know what?
limits.
You know you're
at a
wrong.
time.
Have you
But
seen
the
those
facts-
people that have super memories?
No, they're wrong. That's not really exactly how they demonstrate it.
But the
What do you mean?
individual deviations between each person in their ability to memorize is still pretty drastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a photorealistic memory, Zach.
Photographic memory.
How can you say that
Photographic
when you just said you can't prove it scientifically?
No, they can prove that scientifically. I was talking about phenomenology. This is a different thing where you can give them things, and can they memorize it? Yes or no? No. At some point they
Have
can't
they done
memorize
super
it.
memory tests
Yes,
with photographic
obviously,
memory?
because that's actually scientific. You can do that.
Yeah, that.
Did they
I would
memorize
think
it?
so.
Yes or no? They can. There can be extreme feats of memory. Yes. And one of the funny things is
I haven't seen these tests.
the way they can prove that photographic isn't true is they'll give them things to memorize, like decks of cards, right? And then they'll ask the sort of things like I ask, like, what was the color of the person's shirt? And, like, they might not know that. That was giving you the cards. They will go, I have no idea. But because they were focused on the cards they were supposed to memorize to demonstrate their feat of memory. And then you ask that, and they're like, I don't know.
Because it's focused on memorizing something,
Exactly.
which I think is
If
the
you focus,
point.
You can memorize.
Yes, because
I think when you're focused, you can
involved to do that.
Yeah.
It's
So-
useless to remember everything. So
But
you
that
put your,
that does prove that there's photographic memory
No,
when
it's
you're
not.
focused on what you want to remember.
No, because they were sitting there looking at the guy giving them the cards, and they don't remember the color of the shirt the guy that gave them the cards had on.
Yeah, because they were focused. That's what I just said. Photographic memory exists when they're focused on
The
something.
idea of photographic memory is that you remember everything you've seen or heard ever.
But
And
that's
they didn't.
that's not
They
what I'm saying.
blatantly
I'm saying
didn't.
photographic memory with a focus. Like people have
No.
memorized decks of
You
cards
can
in
also
order.
go deck of cards, and at some point it breaks down, and they can't remember past a certain point. You really think they can memorize every single thing, like a million things, a billion? No, they can't. No one could.
I doubt somebody could memorize a million things, but I think with
Exactly.
focus, you can definitely be pretty damn good at
You can
memory.
definitely be good, but my question is, getting good at that, does that mean you generally lose something?
Is it as good as a picture?
No. My argument is there are trade-offs. If I spend all day, every day at the gym working out muscles, like I'm all the time lifting weights, every hour I lift weights is an hour I'm not reading a book. Okay? That's things I could have been learning instead.
So what do you think if you're working on your memory? What does that take away?
Every hour I'm like working out and lifting weights is also an hour I'm not watching TV. So if your argument is you could be watching TV instead, it's like, yeah, the lifting weights is way better. But it's still a trade-off. There are always trade-offs in life. There's no like ever
That's true.
Someone's just way better, period.
No, I get what you're saying. Like if you do practice your memory and you practice the muscle of memory, maybe you're worse at making decisions.
Exactly. That's what I think. I think my bad memory is part of the reason why I'm hyper-logical.
What?
Because Chloe,
No.
every time, like, I don't know something, I will just sit there and think, what would I do? Where would it be? What would be the most likely thing?
Huh.
Like, I will sit there and reason through.
Yes, it takes 5 minutes.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
way longer.
And
And
then-
Chloe gets angry at me going like,
Yeah.
okay, if I didn't put it there, then the most likely places I would have put something.
I've always attributed my bad memory to just being more creative, because every time I like sit down on the page, I have forgotten every single thing I've ever written before.
Oh, yeah, you know Scott Adams, the Dilbert guy, he also thinks he has a bad memory, and he thinks that's why he's creative. He thinks he's creative because he has a bad memory, too.
I've always thought that, because every time I write something down, I forget it.
Born with it. You have to proactively train it.
It's a bit of both.
You have to force yourself to memorize things.
That's true.
Then your memory would improve.
But I think every human trait is a bit of born with it and a bit of nurtured
that's
it.
true.
Yes,
Everything.
You can't work with a retard.
Okay, I'm a retard when it comes to memory, even if I nurtured it as it could go.
You claim as it, but it's actually not.
No.
Nick couldn't remember
No.
exactly how to get to our high school that he went to for 4 years.
No, I can remember. I do know that for the most part.
Okay,
But-
you're at our house, Nick. How do you get to Glen Surplus?
You go to the end of the street at Smiley, and then you keep going left. Is that
Okay,
right?
but when do you turn left?
At the end of our street.
No, once you're there.
No, I don't know that.
Like,
I really don't. I honestly don't.
Nick, how do you get to Trader Joe from our old house at some honeysuckle?
Get to Trader Joe's from our old house.
Yeah.
So you go down Sunnyvale, or not Sun.
you don't need to name the roads. Like, let's be honest, okay?
What was that road that was in
Sunbury.
Sunbury? I knew it had a sun in it. And then
First, you got to go down your one road that leads to Sunbury.
Zach, I want to try this.
Zach, don't.
I do know that. Okay, and then you turn left,
Uh-huh.
and then it's the next right turn.
So you turn
Yeah.
left, and then the first right turn, that you say?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, he's
And
got
then-
it right.
Don't give him hints.
That's
Zach.
it.
it's eventually
That's it.
it's a left turn when I see Trader Joe's.
No.
It's a right turn.
It's a right turn.
Yeah, it's on the right.
See,
No. You have to make another left turn, and then Trader Joe's on the left-hand
Okay.
side.
but
You
here's-
don't have to make a
I'm
left.
telling you, it's
Where
not
is this
like
left turn
because
coming
I haven't
from?
nurtured it. I was born with no good memory. Like when
You make
I
a
was
left at the light and then a right at the next light, and then it's Trader Joe's eventually.
When I was in elementary school, I would constantly forget to bring things home and everything, forget to do stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, I got yelled at and bitched at so fucking much. Like, I felt like shit.
Really?
Like,
Was it that bad? I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was that
Are
bad.
you kidding? The teachers were constantly like, what's wrong with
Well,
you?
it's not like I was in your classes.
Yeah, like, they
I didn't
made
know.
me write things down in this little notebook and stuff, and I still forgot. No matter how hard I tried, I was still, like, I would just completely forget.
No.
And I just get bitched at even more, and I just had to deal with the bitching.
I keep a book on me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And anytime I think of, I need to do that, I start writing it down in that book.
Okay, so there are other ways to enforce your memory.
Yeah, but the problem is I won't remember them.
No. You forgot one time you got hit once. You forgot second time you hit it twice. You forgot third time you got hit 3 times. Do you remember the first time?
No, that's what I'm saying is I don't think I would. Like,
Remember
I was
what?
Hit. I was berated, I think, so many times for forgetting, and I still...
Your skin got thicker and you just don't...
You know what's funny, too?
Well...
It's not like you're a bad student. You're a smart person.
That's what
So
I'm
it's
saying.
like-
I think it's made me more logical as a person.
I mean, you just have another mechanism to deal with the situation.
Yes, it's a coping mechanism, and I'm fine with it. I've learned to live with it.
Einstein and even Mark Zuckerberg always said they purposely only wear the same thing every day because they think if they have to choose what they write, it's another decision that's
See, that's what I think is another opportunity cost.
So they
If you
try
make
to
a
reduce
decision
decisions.
that's like another decision you make in the day is slightly not as well thought out.
Yeah. I get it. I agree with that.
So I mean, yes, you can deal with that. Like, yes, the famous people does some weird things.
No, that justifies everything weird I do.
That
It justifies everything weird I
justify
do.
that you should do it.
Hey, if Louis C.K. can jerk off in front of women, I can too.
You have to ask first.
Everyone is different.
But to
And
a
I have a
degree,
shit memory. That's my difference.
Does-
That's okay. You can be.
Alan is like the only
Like,
person I think out of... Well, no. Josh and Alan both have super retarded memories.
They're super retarded. Bad?
What's that even mean?
No, like
Okay.
good. Super
Oh.
like...
Maybe that's just relative to mine. Maybe they actually have perfectly normal memories, but they judge it against mine and are like, man, I can remember
But then
a lot
again,
of
we're
shit.
talking more long term because you have a good long term.
I have memories, it's like
of things you care about.
certain things I can never remember, like, I don't know.
I think all of us, for the most part, compared to the average person, when I like talk to them, we have dumb memories when it comes to things like movies and TV and pop culture, because we purposely have tested each other on those throughout the years.
Like, I can remember the presidents, like, the list of presidents, who they are. I can remember Roman emperors. But if you ask me what I ate today, you did ask me how lunch was today, because you cooked it, and I had to sit there and think for 2 minutes. What did I eat today?
Yeah.
I ate something, and then I was like, I did like it. I remember I liked it, but I don't exactly remember what it was.
Yeah, my memory's not that terrible. But I think it's different in a different, like, bad in a different way. Like, I think mine's more short term with different tasks I have to do. Like, if there's something I don't want to do, I conveniently forget about it, kind of thing.
I don't know. Sometimes it's really irritates me. Not at home, but at work. Say like, for example, encounter some problems at work, right? And you and your coworker discussed it, and you chose the decision, and you did it, and then 2 months later, they're like, "Why is this way?" And then my mind just go explode. Like, dude, we talked about this.
Yeah, see,
I
that's
don't
the
want that
exact
to
kind
Well,
of thing I
I'm
would
glad I
do.
don't work with... I think my coworkers have come to terms with the fact that I don't remember shit. Because they'll ask me things about what happened yesterday, and I'm like, like, and they just laugh, because I think they know that I have a terrible memory. But the thing is, I'm good otherwise. Like, I'm the guy to go to if you have a problem.
I'm the person who goes to if you have a problem.
Yeah.
I can even bring up the history. Why is this a problem?
No, see, I can't do that. But the thing, I will solve an issue that everyone could not figure out. And then, the next day, they'll ask me what the solution was, and I'll be like, which one was that?
You'd have to solve it all over again, right?
That has seriously happened. Yes, I have actually done that. Which they'll be like,
That's so funny.
Did he really just not remember the thing that we spent a week looking at and couldn't figure out? And then we asked him to look at it. He did it in a day, and then he can't remember what he did.
So, here's the thing, right? And of
That's
course,
so funny.
Yes, the nature and the nurture and extra. And that third drink, if it doesn't happen, it probably won't do that much damage to memory.
That's another creative thing with you too. And being brothers, we have such similar problems, but with creativity, because it's a creative problem you're solving, right? So if you sat down for another day, you'd probably solve it again. You'd probably solve it faster because you've been through it again.
Yeah, suddenly I'll remember it in a way like, oh, I do remember doing this.
Did you do it?
Same thing with writing. I'll start writing some kind of poem on some kind of subject, and I'll realize, wait, I think I've written this almost these exact words before. And sure enough, I'll flip back 50 pages and be like, yeah, 3 months ago I wrote this almost exact same poem.
Yeah. I think it's
very similar creativity style.
I think it's almost like how your brain stores information. I can think it can store something in hyper concrete way, which is
Whoa, what's hyper concrete?
I ate this food, this particular food, at this time today.
Yeah.
Or it stores I eat lunch at noon, and and I did that again today. I ate lunch at noon again today.
Food good.
This time it was good.
Coffee
That
good.
is how my brain
that's
stores
basically
information. Is it is extremely abstract. I ate good food at the normal time today, rather than today at 12 had rice with pork and vegetables and did not.
Is that
eat the
how
whole
you
thing.
remember things, Chloe?
That is not.
Do you remember
at all.
more concrete?
Is that how you remember?
What?
Do you remember concrete stuff like that?
Do you remember things more concretely? The exact
so,
thing.
So one example.
At what time did you have lunch, and what did you eat for lunch, Chloe?
So today I had a lunch after 12, and because we had a meeting at the different offices, so I didn't go back to grab my lunch. That's why I went to a cafeteria and bought my own lunch. And my lunch is a spicy Sichuan style noodle, and it was too spicy, so I ate about half of it. And then after the lunch, I bought a cookie and a double shot of espresso because I think I got something. Oh no, actually I didn't get double shot espresso. I got the one shot espresso latte. Yeah.
Okay. And this is what happens
she
when
definitely
I ask
thinks
Chloe,
way different
how
than
was your
us.
day today? And she goes into super detail. And she's like, how was your day today, Nick? I was like, good, I got to browse Reddit today. A little bit. That's it.
So,
that's all it is.
that is funny. That's how the only reason I can remember my time I went for lunch and what I had for lunch is because it was out of the norm for both the time.
Yeah, if it's something really unusual, I generally remember
what I had.
The day before yesterday, I remember very specifically that I had leftover Italian food because that's not what I normally have. It's very unusual.
So what's in Italian?
Yeah, see, I don't remember
It was
yesterday
veal.
because I didn't have something out of the norm.
Veal and garlic bread.
Okay.
See, I know, but I had to really think extremely hard about what I had today.
Let's test your extraordinary memory.
There were
right?
4 garlic
So
bread.
you had a dinner the day before, right?
Yeah, at
So
the Italian
where
restaurant.
did you go? What's so special about this place?
The guy's name was Vito.
And what location-wise, is there anything
Qualcomm.
special? Okay, cool. And then, so what did I order?
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Okay, cool. How many meatballs are there?
3?
2.
Okay, that was a guess, honestly.
What
It was
kind of
not a
red
lot.
wine have we ordered?
What kind of what?
What kind of red wines have we ordered?
Chianti.
Okay, cool.
But that was all out of the norm, right? This
Yeah,
sounds
that's
like
what
out
I'm
of the
saying.
norm.
This was not a normal day, so it wasn't.
Chloe,
I couldn't store it in the abstract because it was outside of the ordinary.
Okay.
what did you have for lunch Wednesday, and at what time?
Wednesday, around 11:30, I had lunch, and I brought my lunch to.
Are you serious? You actually know?
Yeah, I normally have a dinner.
I can't even think of where I was at
I'm
Wednesday.
exact.
I'm still not even sure.
I cannot even tell you, in any specific way whatsoever, what I had for lunch Wednesday.
My lunch on Wednesday was sausage with potato and with carrots in it.
Jesus
That's
Christ!
what I
how
had
did
on
you do
Wednesday.
Yes.
I do remember that now that you say it.
Oh, Jesus, man.
I do now.
I still don't know what I did on Wednesday.
Because she made it, so she knows. When she reminds me, I know it. But when you asked Wednesday, I was like, oh, and she went into specific details of hers. I was like, no, gun to my head, I couldn't tell you what I had. But then she says what I had, and it's like, I did have that, and it was good too.
So for like memory to go into that kind of detail, I kept a cache around the 1 to up to 3 days, and then beyond that it starts fading.
Yeah.
How did you remember that though? Like you were so like right there. Like I know exactly what I had Wednesday. Like
See,
this is a prime example of how brains
so
work differently.
I keep it visual, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it actually went back with, like, I remember I got up from my seat, carrying my lunch bag, going to the kitchenette.
Why did you know that was Wednesday?
You know what part of the thing is? Like, you actually think about what you're doing. That's
And
true,
she's
though.
doing it.
What are you suggesting?
I'm saying,
You
like,
don't know what you're doing.
no. I'm saying, because I just told you, almost every day at noon, I go, I take the food out of my lunchbox, I put it in the microwave, I hit the number 8. Like, it is on
And you
autopilot.
daydream the whole time.
Yeah, I am thinking about shit
Yes.
that is not even remotely
That's why.
related to lunch.
We
And it
are
does not
way
enter
too much
the part
daydreamers.
that goes to
It's-
memory.
It actually shocked me, like, the people around me, that I saw how many times they forgot their regular stuff. Like, you forgot where your key is, where your wallet is. I saw my coworker forgot their umbrellas, water bottles, book bags, everything. Like,
Wait,
but I
you know why
don't.
Nick can't remember what he had for lunch today? Or normally? Because when he was microwaving it, he went up, he tried to open his phone, and he saw on Reddit that was all these senators. And then his brain started thinking, man, motherfucker, I can't even waste time at work now because Reddit's got to be all political. Why does it got to be all political?
And my brain would have gone
These
on a
motherfuckers,
huge
I just
rant.
want to waste some goddamn time.
Exactly. And then 3 minutes later, bing! And then I was off to talk to my coworkers
food's ready.
while food is being shoved in my face unconsciously.
And you're thinking, I could be browsing Reddit this whole time I'm eating, but no!
But do you guys remember the tartar sauce? That movie called tartar
Yeah.
sauce, tartar sauce,
Yeah.
tartar sauce.
Zach, have you seen The Weatherman?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
scene?
he goes to the store to get tartar
Tartar
sauce and he
sauce,
thinks
tartar
it's the whole
And
time
he
and forgets
sees a
tartar
girl's
sauce.
ass and starts thinking about that and completely forgets. I showed Chloe that clip once and she goes, "That is so you. That is exactly
Yeah.
what you are." Like,
That is a prime example of how our minds work.
Yeah.
For sure. We're like the dogs that go, squirrel!
it's so bad that we've evenly completely forgot that we were supposed to have structure this episode.
Well, we kind of had, we started with structure. We had,
There was a hint of it. Let's move on. I think we've delved into memory.
Wait.
Okay.
one more.
What?
Actually, I forgot what.
I forgot
What?
One more point. Oh shit, I forgot. Let's move on.
Now hold on, I gotta think of this point. Okay, I remember now. Okay. I know my daydreaming is really bad.
Okay.
And Nick, I know you've said this has happened to you too. When I'm in the middle of a conversation with somebody, and suddenly they stop and touch me, and go, like, "Are you high or something?"
Oh yeah.
Because I have zoned out so far where I'm not even looking at the person or listening at all.
Yeah, that's happened to me. That's a daily occurrence.
So it
Yeah, see, it's not daily, and sometimes I actually am high, so.
Well, I'm not.
I have one story to share. Is that I actually quite remember vividly. It happens around middle school, right? Because the time that I'm in primary school is very different. So in middle school, I was actually supposed to be studying hard, right? And I noticed that my mind is starting to drift off. So I have this mental power, slap myself, called focus. And then I went back to focusing. And then I've been actively doing that. And it actually prevents me drift off a lot.
Chloe, that's just something Asians are born with.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
No, but
Okay.
seriously, but it is an inheritance thing. I think Zach and I are the personality type is actually called like schizoid. Have you read like schizoid, like
No, but
No.
I think
I do think that
we
if
do
you're-
have schizophrenia history in our family. I think Mom has
Oh shit!
Oh, wow.
talked about some, and like schizoids.
Holy shit! I should cancel our wedding.
Why?
It's-
Everyone has something fucked up in your history.
Actually, did you know that schizophrenia, usually the latest onset is around like 25 or so? So
Oh, I'm way past
pretty
it.
much,
I'm
if
good.
by 25 you haven't got it.
Good. No, I think schizoid. It's like a minor form of schizophrenia where you're just daydreaming all the fucking time.
I think like if you're in a very comfortable
I know,
situation
right,
that you
read that.
can let your mind to drift off and it's fine, that's ain't gonna happen. But if you're in the sort of internally thinking that you're in a dangerous situation, you won't allow yourself to zone off.
It's not that though.
You're in a jungle.
Danger. That's
And
what.
the thing is chasing you.
That's
It's
the
like,
thing.
let me danger something.
That's the thing.
It's so
That's why it's not schizophrenia. If you did that in the jungle and a tiger was chasing you, and you started thinking, well, maybe it's a cat or something, you're schizophrenic. But the borderline is, I'm in a meeting, and the last thing I'm thinking about is what is going on in this meeting right now. Like, it's not danger, but I probably should be paying attention, but I'm not.
You can train yourself,
Yeah.
like, okay, this is not so important of a meeting. I can drift off a little bit, but to maintain sort of eye contact as if you're focused. And then another one is
This is
like,
another
okay,
thing where I think my coworkers have come to accept the fact that I do not pay any attention unless I hear my name or they say, Nick, and then I go, huh?
Or if it's a really interesting topic or something. It has to be
In my
really
workplace?
engaging.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying for you to pay attention, it has to be really engaging, right?
Mm.
Like you've paid attention during
Yeah,
this whole
I would definitely pay attention to
podcast.
things like, yeah, if I'm engaged. But, yeah. In meetings, like I said, the key is to be good at your job that they're just like, we'll overlook that.
Exactly. I think that's how I've gotten
That's
away
been
with
my
stuff
complete
too. Just
strategy.
be good.
Be so good they're like, fuck it, he fixes things.
It's like, yeah, he doesn't pay attention. He comes off as a dick, but like,
Yeah.
at least he's good at his job.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's really painful to keep yourself focused on one thing that's just completely boring, though. I mean, even though, like, I can force myself doing that, but it becomes really, really tiring afterwards. So kind of self-evaluating whether it's safe to drift off a little bit. And you do that anyway. Or looking at your phone. Just keep your mind distracted. Yeah, anyway.
Hey, Chloe,
Uh-huh.
for the notes,
Mm-hmm.
what started this conversation?
Okay, let me think.
It's a good question because I have no motherfucking idea.
We talked.
Yeah,
we started
you're talking
about.
Was it
pirates. No, it's a pirate with a leg on the treasure chest, and you think about
Oh,
what is
photographic
a mental
memory, that's
image
right.
and what it's not, and you say like
Oh.
that. And then it goes on
Photographic
with like
memory.
why photographic memory is a bullshit. And
Can it be the
goes
tits
on.
instead? Because I remembered those.
No. Nice tits, by the way.
I think they were pierced. I want to test this. I think they were.
There was a. Hey, wait.
Oh,
Bring-
piercing in the tits. Totally important because I remembered it.
Do you
There was
remember
piercing
this
on the tits?
piercing elsewhere?
I just remember that there was the silver handle there and
Yeah,
a
I
belly
wasn't paying
button.
attention to her belly button. I was looking at the tits.
Okay, let's go back to our structured segments now.
Okay.
Okay.
What is the
So we're
next
gonna do-
segment?
Local news?
Local news.
Okay.
news.
Chloe
So
has
what's
a
going
local
on in
topic.
China, Chloe?
It's actually been going on since the Thanksgiving, so there are several main things happening. So data point 1 is in early November. I have good memories, I remember all the shit, but go on. Early November, there is a company's, their own kindergarten that was having a scandal of
Own what garden?
Kindergarten.
Okay.
Like
There's a national company in China that runs kindergarten.
no, that's the second example.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So the first
Okay,
example
really.
is actually this like IT company who want to provide a sort of a good benefit for
An
its employees.
IT company that provides little kindergartens or like
Like kind of
daycare
service, right?
Okay.
Daycare. That's what they call them.
Yeah. So, but they, so in a special case in China is that if you want to run a kindergarten or daycare service, you need to get the certificate from the government, right? You can't just say like, hey, I want to open daycare. Then boom, you get a daycare. It doesn't happen.
Well, that's the
way.
same in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like.
Can't just be a hobo off the street that comes into like, I'm gonna run a daycare.
Yeah, there's rules.
There
are
some,
rules.
Some rules that need to be followed, like hygiene, right? Safety issues, and etc. etc.
My only argument is,
all this
as a
is the same in
libertarian,
the
I'm
US.
saying you don't need any of this. If a hobo off the street comes off and says, I'm gonna run a daycare, I'm
That's
not
actually
gonna be
a
like,
good question,
I'm gonna leave my children with
libertarian.
that person because he competes on prices.
So.
Sorry, that's completely irrelevant to the topic.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
So the scandal was some of the teacher in the daycare service are not having the certificate they're supposed to having. Actually, they're quite unqualified, and then they are watching kids, and when the kids is not behaving, and it, like sit down or like being quiet in general, you know, they're kind of like a 3-year-old. Right, so they use a needle to poke them.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and feed them wasabis.
Wasabi.
Yeah. They were just abusing the kids,
They are
basically.
abusing
Just
the
fucking
kids.
with them.
Yeah, and
They're putting wasabi on their open wound?
No, they're feeding. That's their food is like wasabi.
Oh,
Yeah.
feeding them wasabi.
Yeah.
feeding them
Just
wasabi.
wasabi.
Just to watch them go.
Just watch them suffer, basically.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, and like there's a surveillance camera. All those are shown in the surveillance camera. The surveillance camera also showed that, you know, like one little girl who's trying to pick up, I forgot it's a book bag or it's a hat or something. It's a red object, it's small. And then the kid, the teacher, rather than giving it to her, you know, be nice, and the kid just kicked the shit away of that object and also kicked the kids.
Mm.
Yeah, so of course the parents are very angry, and
So how'd they get away with not having the certificates and stuff? Aren't they supposed to like
No, they
post
had the
them or
certificate.
anything?
they had the certificate.
That's the part of the
I
scandal.
thought you
It's
said
like
they
the
didn't
government
have
gave a
them.
certificate to these people.
Yeah, they.
I thought you said they didn't have
No.
it.
So that's the interesting part, right? So the company want to get the certificate so that they can hire other people and they can operate, you know, open their own daycare, but they couldn't. So they have to outsource to other people who can get a certificate.
Yeah.
So they lost the control essentially, other than just
Yeah.
providing the money.
So the company wanted to do it themselves, but they couldn't because they didn't have the certificate. So they had to hire another company that could do it, who had the
Okay.
certificate.
And those
And that was the
companies are
company that
connected to the
abused the
government.
shit out of kids.
Yes. It
Damn.
actually takes a lot of money
But-
from that IT company, but
Yeah.
they pay the teacher like below minimum
That
wage.
is just the beginning of this story, Zach.
Yes. Don't
Oh,
get
shit.
too
And then
shocked.
it escalated.
Yes, so
That's the beginning?
that's the
Yeah.
beginning. That's actually happened in
Holy
November,
shit.
right? Well, you got the surveillance camera, you proved the teacher was guilty, you got a couple of people arrested, but nothing related to the government, right? So that was in the beginning of November. And then on November 26th, I remember pretty correctly, there is a national chain of the kindergarten called Red, Yellow, and Blue. They actually successfully went on the New York Stock Exchange. Their stock price has been quite interesting lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the scandal is because of the November 1st, early November incidents happened, right? So a lot of
November 1st you said it happened? Or?
well,
The earlier
in
November
November
ones.
where
Yeah.
the
Early
IT
November,
company
yeah.
scandals of the kindergarten breaks out. Some of the parents maybe paid attention to their kids and found
Yeah.
needle marks on their kids too.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, right? And they got pretty angry, and it's not a isolated incident. It's
Yeah. So
a lot of
people that sent their kids to this chain kindergarten, this
Right.
chain of kindergartens, after the first story, started looking at their kids like really worried, and they noticed, oh shit, these kids also have some needle marks and like maybe some odd bruises and weird stuff. And then that started.
But we're
another
saying like
scandal.
this isn't just one building.
No.
This is a national.
The first
like a
one
national
started
chain.
as one building at an IT company, a specific IT company.
Right.
Why was it at an IT company?
It's just an IT company in China.
Yeah.
That's where it happened.
Yeah, kind of like.
Like when you say IT company, we're talking about like information technology.
Yeah, what was
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
What was the company?
C-Trip.
C-Trip. I don't know what they
So
did.
they kind of like Expedia. In China.
Expedia. Okay. Like the Expedia
But they
of China. Those kids, their kids were being abused.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just talking about
Okay.
And then
needles.
after their kids were being abused, and that was a national story in China, a bunch of other people that did not have their children going to this, not working at that company, not having their children
Actually,
at their
different
daycare.
city.
Yeah, different
Uh-huh.
city, whatever. Started looking at their kids, like getting worried about their kids and the people watching them. And they noticed that these kids had needle marks in their arms, a bunch of people.
There's actually a lot of pictures.
Yeah, and there's a national chain of kindergartens throughout China. And it seems like a lot of the people that were becoming suspicious about their marks in their arms and other bruises, whatever, all attended this national chain of kindergartens.
This
Okay.
actually only happened in Beijing.
Beijing
This
only?
asset.
It's not national, but so there are a lot of them, though.
It's the kindergarten itself is a chain.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
chain.
It's
Okay.
There are a ton of them.
right.
Beijing's a
So
big
let me
fucking
recap.
place.
So this one building at an IT company had a daycare for the children of the people that work there.
Yes.
And they started to notice all these issues of needle marks and just being fed wasabi.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so
There
people
were
unrelated to
viral
that
footage
saw,
on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
there's this definitive.
Okay.
If you go onto
So there's
YouTube, you probably
viral
can
footage
see
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people unrelated to this company
Yeah.
just kind of got worried by seeing that news
Mhm.
and started noticing their kids that were going to daycares by the same
No.
chain.
Not the same chain,
Okay.
different chain. That's why it's where it's
different,
fucked
just
up.
different, completely different
Completely
daycares.
different company. That's where it gets
Holy
fucked
shit.
up.
Yeah. So actually, the second the incident happened in
But like the
November
same
20th.
exact thing, like needle marks and just being fed wasabi.
Not being fed wasabi, needle marks.
They just found needle marks, right?
Yeah.
On the,
Oh, is this a government conspiracy?
That's what the part of the thing
Well,
is.
Yeah, but I'll get to
Yeah.
that a little later. But say like the November 26th, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and they those parents are not poor people as we speak.
Yeah, the
They're-
people
they're-
in the work in IT probably weren't poor either.
yes,
yeah.
but it's not a company benefit, right?
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
you send your kids there.
Crazy.
The chain is actually pretty expensive. They cost about 5,000 RMB. So with respect to US dollar, right? You divided that by 6, and tell me how much it is.
So like $1,000 a month. Let's say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so close to $1,000. Which I mean, like in Columbus, you can get decent daycare for $1,000.
Yeah,
a month,
$1,000
right?
a month. That's like US prices.
Yeah.
So it's very high class in China.
Yeah, that's super
Mostly
high
middle
class.
class.
I get it.
Upper middle.
Upper middle class. There are more expensive ones, but it's not in our
Yeah,
discussion.
yeah, I know.
So, okay, if the parents pay that much money to send their kids to the daycare, they expect like not like your best kind of treatment, but at least no needle marks on the kid, right?
Yeah.
But no, they do find the needle marks. And the worst case scenario is there are 2 videos on the YouTube. You probably can still find them. That one is the mother of the little kid. It's from her perspective where she find out that her kids were said that they were escorted into a small room, and then there are those uncle doctor and grandpa doctors, meaning like a mid-age and then older men, are stripped naked,
Mm.
and then
Oh,
the
shit.
kids are naked.
Mm.
Yes, and then they were being
So they're-
fed with a white pill, and then they also inject them with some stuff, which well, obviously they don't know. Right?
Oh, I'm seeing. I looked it up. They were filled 2 white pills after lunch.
Yeah. Now get to the really juicy bit. Who was on the board of directors of this company?
Take a wild guess. There are all the board members are Chinese except the one person.
Yeah. What way do you think this one person that is not
Sounds like
Chinese-
child molesting, right?
Yeah, but how in what way do you think this non-Chinese board of director guy, like, who would he be connected to? What's odd about him?
It sounds like some kind of political connection.
Be more specific.
Getting
Be more
close,
specific.
but go on.
Are we talking like Hillary Clinton? Is it?
She's on the board of the
fucking
Clinton
on the Clinton
Foundation.
Foundation.
Oh, holy fucking shit! Are you kidding me?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Holy
It
shit!
was way too juicy. Like,
Yeah. And the thing is, it's
Holy
not appearing in
fucking
Western
shit.
media. You would have think this would have blown up.
yeah, but it,
Are you kidding me?
I'm
No.
not kidding you. Look it up. Look
Holy
it up. Just type in like.
I need to. Oh my god!
Well, Clinton
I need to
Foundation.
go to
What's the
vote.
name of the company? RYB?
Yellow, white, blue education, something like that.
Yellow.
Oh, red, yellow, blue.
Red. RYB. So it's RYB. RYB Clinton Foundation. Google that.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Pizzagate is back.
Yeah, that's the craziest fucking thing.
It's
Holy
okay. I mean, there's no
shit.
solid evidence
Oh.
that's connected to it, but it's. Like,
But still, it's a
suspicious,
weird
right?
connection, right?
It looks weird.
And then wait. What? One of these kindergartens. What did they order, company Chloe? What did
Okay,
they order?
so after this incident,
Don't
happened-
say pizza.
No, they didn't.
Not say it.
So
Not in China. They don't order pizza.
Okay.
Pizza wasn't very popular among everyone.
You just blew
So
my fucking mind.
after
dude.
this happens, people actually find out in another place, the same chain, but in different city. This is happening on Chinese eBay, right?
Yeah.
C2C kind of business platform. They find out in their trade record, right? There are some business owners are selling a thing like
Viagra.
it's not exactly Viagra.
Let's just say Viagra. Everyone fucking knows what Viagra is.
Okay, it's kind of like a Viagra. They ordered 100 pills of Viagra delivered into that kindergarten.
Yeah. So one of these kindergartens, controlled by this company, ordered 100 pills of Viagra delivered to that company.
This
Why
is
would you deliver
The
Viagra to like a daycare or a kindergarten? Yeah.
Viagra to a
It's
school.
the delivery address showed
it's very odd.
that it's a very same company that some parents find out that they found some empty needles somewhere, right? Now that could be argued either way. Like it could be, not actually what you think it is. It could be from the vaccination, right? But that's another thing that's pointing it to it. And then with that kindergarten, actually
That's so
2 years
fucking
ago,
crazy.
they were actually being caught, and some people being arrested for child abuse. That child abuse, that's just including needle marks, and they are actually being sentenced and being ordered to pay a pretty hefty fine. Yeah, by hefty, I mean not like U.S. standard hefty, but it's not money.
You owe us $12.
Okay. So the funny thing, and another thing to add to this layer of conspiracy, is that as I was talking,
You guys
Yeah.
just
That a
blew
Clinton
it.
Foundation
Blew my
member
mind.
was
I'm trying to
involved in
wrap
this?
yeah. So
Yeah. Like
there
a
is
major
two
sex scandal.
videos on YouTube that you can find from the parents of the that's concerned, right? So one of the women had a detailed description how their kids was, were into that situation. And another one who is a dad of a parent is saying that he knows some kid was sent to ER with, fractured butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a blood or something coming out.
But he didn't say, like, I don't know how that happened, but this is
That's an odd thing for a
situation.
little child to start having,
Yeah.
I guess.
What's weird thing is,
Yeah, honestly.
if this is actually indeed fake, as pointed by the government,
Yeah. The Chinese government is saying this is all an elaborate.
all fake. They
Scam.
only acknowledge that there's needle marks and then like there's a teacher that's abusing kid, right? That's the official tone.
How is this not like
That's what I
complete,
asked
like,
when
huge
Chloe was
news,
telling me
like-
all this.
It is a huge news. in China. I don't know why it's not
like,
in the US.
how can that not have made it to the Western new media? Like, that seems like...
I show it's on New York Times website.
So did they remember the Clinton Foundation? Did they mention the Clinton Foundation?
You can look at that guy's name. That guy is ex-Clinton Foundation member.
Yeah, you can
tied to it.
find them.
Oh my gosh. Guess what? New York Times brought up the article. I did Control F for Clinton. Nothing.
Yeah, it's public record, and you can look it up. Yeah.
No, I have an article up that says all the actual things.
Right.
And if you just Google search RYB education board members,
just the board member.
Yeah.
So another interesting thing that people discovered is on the very day the scandal brings up, the RYB's stock falling 36%, right?
Yeah.
And then a couple days later, it bounced back.
Yeah, to 20%. It goes right back up. The stock of RYB
Bounce back to 20%.
Bounce back. Note that there is still like ongoing investigations, right? You don't know that.
So in other words, the suspicion is the government is trying to say, oh, they're not guilty at all. Let's make it seem like the market even thinks that they're not guilty at all by buying the shit out of it and making it seem like investors are like, this will all blow over
I
and
don't
it'll be
remember if
obviously
it's
made up.
CFO made a report on Morgan Stanley saying that the worst case scenario is going to be child abuse.
Yeah.
There's no pedophilia ring involved. It's just child abuse.
Yeah,
so
non-systemic, isolated
non-systemic,
incident.
Isolated incident whatsoever, right? It was suspicious because this came out before the investigation result came out. Right?
I don't know how to react.
And you know what's even
So
crazier,
off the
Zach?
chain.
Like one of these kindergartens was the portal to the upside down. Sorry, I thought I'd lighten it up a bit.
Yeah, it's another heavy topic. So the owner of the...
It's pretty heavy, but it's so like outrageous. Because when you asked me that, in my head, I immediately went, "No way is this going towards people."
That like a
And
joke,
you kept
maybe
poking
it would
at
be.
it.
But that it would really go there?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
Like after...
Like,
Right,
as soon as you kept
after
going, like,
someone
no, it's not.
in Chinese
No.
before said, like, yeah, they actually have a board member tied to the ex-Clinton Foundation and sent a chill in my spine. Basically, like, holy shit.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah. I mean, we can use our imagination. Things
but
can get a lot worse.
Here's the thing, Zach. So one of our segments is conspiracy theories. Right?
Oh, you gotta go on.
This is
no.
possibly
Here's
true
my
one
conspiracy
at this
theory
point.
That's crazy. It's part of the Chinese government trying to discredit Clinton and the Democrats that were trying to pass TPP.
So you're thinking
like
they
just
came
to
out
do
with
that.
the story
That's one.
to make it
Or
look like
there's
Joe
the
Jackson
conspiracy
did.
theory that it's the CIA trying to start a rebellion in China against the current government. See, you can make any facts fit a conspiracy theory that you want.
I have a conspiracy.
I'm going to go
What's that?
deeper.
It's the owner of that branch of the kindergarten, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her husband was used to be in the military, who is tied to, like ex-chairman Jiang.
Yeah. There's another chairman that retired, but he's still in charge of the army in China.
Yeah.
So he's still like one that is kind of in charge unofficially of the entire country.
Yeah.
So she, the actual president, wants to get rid of this guy.
And take over the army.
Because he's one thing that's stopping him from taking complete control.
He looks awfully suspicious.
Yeah, and this may implicate him quite a lot. So that's one of the more common conspiracies in China.
Yeah,
This is just all a ruse to get rid of that guy.
Huh.
And another thing is
That's
the Jiang's party.
crazy,
So the
man.
reason that things die down so quickly is that the Jiang's party cut some deals with the governments, so they lose some power, but some important people get to stay clean and stay out of jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. First a discourse prediction. No. First my conspiracy. Because you guys are thinking small.
Are you going to
picture,
bring the
small
Illuminati
term.
or aliens into this?
Basically, the United States was not founded on freedom of religion. It was founded by
Freedom of
pedophiles
pedophilia. That is the
to
United
America.
States.
Freedom of pedophilia. And so the Illuminati is actually a creation of pedophiles that created the United States government. And they've kept this whole ring of pedophilia just within the United States government and slowly built it until it became this big shadow government of pedophilia.
And I think...
And so, since the United States is so influential, its tendrils have gone
there are
into
so
all
many
the other
rings
governments.
of pedophilia, like the one in UK, obviously there's a rumor,
I think it's interdimensional practical jokers.
Oh, Jesus.
They're traveling from a parallel dimension and raping children just for the lulz.
Man, you went even deeper.
That's terrible.
Okay, here's my prediction. In the next 2 years, we will have at least 3 Clinton Foundation people charged
Like sex
for
crime?
some sort of child pornography.
Well,
or
Anthony
molestation.
Weiner is already one on the way
Not
there.
sex crime.
Alright.
But in the next 2 years, Anthony Weiner does not count.
I don't know, though. Like,
So I'm predicting
That's
3
a bold
more.
prediction, sir.
I mean, some people...
3 more in the next 2 years.
No, I
Is it
predict
at this
no
point?
indictments. There will be a lot more suspicion.
Yeah.
A lot more. Any connection that even remotely seems suspicious is going to get not coverage in the mainstream, but coverage outside of the mainstream.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, remember when we made the prediction about sexual harassment going to like 3 within the next, by the end of the year? Dude, we're at like a ridiculous number. It went off the rails for a
Did I
couple
make that?
weeks.
Yeah.
Did we make that? Oh,
I
well,
made that
You're right
prediction.
about this Clinton
We
thing.
made that prediction. Yeah. It went off like, all of a sudden like, I don't know, 20 to 30 like major celebrities had things.
Stop running to the pictures, man.
I was going to actually post the comment.
Alright, fine.
I'm posting the,
What are you doing?
oh, that handle is so hot. Probably from the
Oh,
steam
you're
from the
posting
shower.
that.
It needs to cool down. Cool down so hard. I bet your bathroom
Okay.
stinks
We're at
thinking
the
on
end.
fleek. Ooh, yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Check to see if we have any
I'm gonna-
comments or
Alright,
upvotes
let me
yet.
check right now.
Look, we have a Reddit mail. Or is that from us
Oh,
joining?
am I supposed to-
Downvote, downvote.
Downvote. Oh,
Dude,
Um,
I don't think you're getting anything.
Oh no, we only have one
yeah, we have
downvote.
no comments, no responses. I mean, we posted it on not that.
We have an upvote for is that harder than a Rubik's Cube? I hate Rubik's Cube, but they're not as bad as the sink I ordered on Amazon.com this one time. That got an
That should
upvote
get
from
it
someone.
It's deserving.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I gotta get going to bed. That was a good
Yeah,
half-structured
we really ran
podcast.
off the rails on memory.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good though. It's good. That's bringing it back to still our normal self.
You should. Okay, title:
The point is, the structure
Title
gives
is
us a way to go back.
memory, attempted structure, and child rape. A typical discourse.
Terrible, man.
That typical
That's basically what
discourse.
it
I
is.
tell you what. That really is. This is boilerplate discourse of human events episode.
I think no, we
This is
had
just the
more
usual.
topics because we had this, and we eventually went back at some point. I liked it. I think it went well.
Yeah, I think I like the structure. I really like it.
I like the attempt.
Like I
at
said, it gives us
structure.
something to jump back to.
I like the attempt at structure.
Yeah, exactly. Like it. All right.
Alright,
All right, later.
later.
All right. Later.
No